Yeah, he's got some good ways to save and protect. So I think this last Wraith King, just like the panel was mentioning, yeah, they wanted some extra lockdown to be able to control this Storm. He's also now going to be another... They have multiple ways of initiation, right? It's like your Bat Rider sometimes doesn't always want to be able to do it. Your ET can give you vision. Now Wraith King and Bat Rider can jump in at like the same time if the Wraith King does end up going for one of those items later on down the road.
And for gaming, they've definitely got those, real comfort picks. The CC and CTA, even like Snaking, getting the bat this game. Even though LGD did ban out quite a few of his hero pool, he still gets the bat, and the bat it's one of his best. Yeah, it was a neat way they set it up too, right? They banned that Legion commander in the like the 3rd, 4th to be able to set up for Snaking to get it. And yeah, I mean Bat's always great. Bat's definitely one of those heroes that's up on the rise, and he's amplified. He's got an ET, so that aura once it starts getting online will definitely make a difference. Looking at these lanes. Looks like just straight 2-1-2s. We see Pylai die. He's going to be the one playing that ET. See the item build. Starting with the Sentry Ward, I think it's actually super important now on ETs to do that because you're all about stacking the camps. So if they do block the camp, you have to be able to unblock it to make your hero powerful. Now you're better though at level 1. Now he has, plus 40 damage if you hit the 2 heroes to get that extra plus 5 as some action. Trying a bit of punches here with the tag team. And bounty runes are just going to be 2 for 2.
I'm curious about how this mid matchup is going to go because it can be some trades. TA overall, you get like more denies, obviously. Like,
surely you expect the TA to do a little better in the laning aspect of it. Yeah. Obviously I guess the Storm's going to have the jungle, but the TA is also going to have the Ancients down the road. So
the one concern is that there's a Tusk. I think that's the big difference because you could see level 3. There's going to be a pull. There's going to be a level of the Vortex or level 4, a level of the Vortex, and they're going to make a rotation with the Tusk to kill this TA. You have to imagine it's going to happen when they pick that because it can be very easy and very natural for you to do so to get on top of that hero early.
On top lane, already a bit of aggression here from Arme and X-Nova with the Bonds and Blade Fury.
A lot of damage coming out onto Pi there. See, X-Nova has a Sentry Ward of himself. We'll be making sure to just walk over and follow Pi just to keep tabs of where he's warding, so he does know that Sentry Ward is placed inside the camp there. He has his own. And hard camp will be at least able to spawn, so Pi's probably happy about that.
Yeah, I mean, the side lanes definitely sort of from a glance look like they're going to be lanes where PSG are going to be feeling pretty safe, right? Mm-hmm. This top lane, Arme's going to have the Blade Fury anytime he feels under threat. I mean, he's getting a lot of stacks on it here. 10 stacks and all. Goes for the quick TP back to the tier 1 tower in the south.
X-Nova gets the cheeky pull up there. Gets the hard camp pull through that one tangle.
All the way straight up towards the tower, yeah.
He got it, the perfect one. That's really nice by X-Nova there. That's going to give Ame a good amount of secured farm. We see bottom. The scary thing is this Wraith King plus Grimstroke lane, it has a lot of kill threat, right?
Sure.
You have such low
cooldown.
But
is the Omni sort of not enough to sort of rely on being able to save yourself and FY?
If he's alone, I think he can definitely die because there's just so much chase that can come out. These low cooldown stuns and low cooldown slows that come out from both the Grimstroke as well as that Wraith King. We see the manipulation of the wave start.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. FY's like, it's too risky.
Yeah.
We're double melee versus a Grimstroke. It's tough. When you have Snowball, sure, you can play around it a little more, but he's level 1.
Farm-wise at the moment, up top, Arme's farm certainly getting limited by Pi and Snaking. Slowing down his early CS here. Pi getting the punches in.
We see maybe he is doing great in that mid matchup as expected. In the first few waves, he has to use his entire mana pool to secure a lot of those last hits, though. Oh,
and MSS actually getting the kill onto FY. I mean, there's the lead up you said. These 2 heroes, they do have kill potential.
Yeah, I mean, this is one of the best. This is one of the better kill lanes, right? Wraith King plus Grim and Jug plus Grim are probably the 2 best kill lanes right now there are with the combo, that is. As we see, maybe he's going to pick himself up an Arcade Rune. That's going to be helpful for that mid lane, too, just to keep himself mana so he keeps spamming those remnants to get the last hits, because we are seeing CC&C starting to get the levels, of course. Higher levels of refraction make it harder for that Storm Spirit to get those secured last hits.
On top, Snaking.
Some pressure. Farming the lane, too.
Yeah, keeping on par with the CS that Arme's getting.
Yeah, he's even getting we usually see the 2 points in Sticky before the 2 points in Firefly. He's opting for the 2 points in Firefly. Just push the wave in.
And mid lane, we are going to see FY start to head over.
This is the move.
You said that.
What level is he now?
This
level
is what you got to look towards.
Yep, has the level of pull. This is where they're going to try to set it up.
Has that Arcane Rune going as well.
Mm-hmm.
So FY, if he sees an opportunity, if CC&C steps forward too far, the wraparound will come in. CC&C keeping himself on the high ground, though, holding Holding the dire creeps by the tower to make sure that he doesn't go too far out.
He sees FY under the ward
Yeah.
the whole time, so it's very thankful that they do have that one. They have to expect that. I mean, they're playing versus FY Tusk. You know he's going to make aggressive moves on the mid lane around, usually around that nighttime in particular. So they put that ward down early on.
I mean, FY's
Bottom, Chalice is getting gone on.
Let's see if they can get him again at the same time up top. Snaking should be fine. He's got the long duration of the Firefly and he's deep, but indeed it's the bottom lane, but Chalice
And now mid.
will get away. Let's see if they can get CCC. They roll forward. There's going to be the backup though. Pi in with a beautiful stomp. It's going to be enough to save CCNC and keep that TA safe. Nice movement from Pi. As now they will turn towards him, maybe. Getting a bit of damage down onto the ET, but he's able to walk it off.
TD rune, claimed by MSS there. It's very nice. Checking these runes. Storm has a bottle, so I think checking runes becomes more and more important. That's also why you saw Pi rotate.
That's why it
toward
moves
that mid
over,
lane.
yeah.
Check runes is just super important right now. So next 30 seconds, we've got those bounties. Same thing, go check those runes so this Storm Spirit can't fill up the bottle again. Maybe he might just go Shrine and then just farm some jungle camps anyway, though. So now Chalice is level 4. Feeling a little bit better about himself down here alone, and they're just having FY run around the map and try to set up for some kills. And they could look for snaking here. He has the Firefly available.
He's very far up on this top lane, FY.
Gotta give him some harass. Should be just fine.
Yeah, must be nothing more than that. In fact, what, FY? He's going to take a bit of aggression from Snaking. As Snaking starts to head back towards him. Arme's by FY's side, though. We'll put off Snaking going for anything more.
3 bounties for forward, so really making sure that they get those runes as I was mentioning before for versus that Storm Spirit.
Yeah, incredibly close start.
Yeah.
I mean, pretty much even CS on the mid lane. Elsewhere across the map, no one's really falling massively behind. Cyril Snaking is about a wave behind, but other than that, everybody getting a look in this game.
Ooh, maybe just ate a couple side blades there. Has to actually back up to use that Shrine. CCNC will start to pull slightly ahead there, and will now hit level 6 too, so those traps will come out. See the maybe scouts out Pi die running through the jungle there. They might expect there's a ward somewhere around here now. Bottom, Chalice.
Let's see if they've got the damage to do so. Stroke of Fate's out. Will be able to get himself away with that boosted regen.
Yeah, status resist really coming into play there. That little bit of extra slow that they have in this lane just doesn't actually have enough to go for that kill there as FY. Now getting kind of...
He gets the room, but they'll certainly try and chase him down a bit. Somnus is watching from the high ground. He's going to zip forward, maybe see if they can try and turn things around. He gets the Vortex grab back onto Snaking. Tag team's there as well. Snaking being focused by the two of them. The stomp comes out, but it doesn't matter. Snaking's already dead. Pi will try and bring down FY with him. CCSC's coming over to join the fight as well. FY's going to be fine. Shadow Word heal from X-Nova will allow him to get himself away. Pops the salve as well.
Pi.
He's even ready to go back in. Pi, he tried to chase this. He has MSS and CCSC with him, but it doesn't matter. Forward Gaming lose 2 in the river.
Ooh, that looks like there was maybe some slight miscommunication there. CCNC just immediately backed off as soon as he went to the high ground. Pi committed. That was a little bit of giving up his life there for no reason. As they will pick up that kill.
FY's still got that Arcane Rune going, so spells are ready to pop. They have got the Ink Swell onto Snaking, but into the snowball he goes, dodges the stun FY, keeps the distance. Snaking's going to try and chase though. The Stroke of Fate doing quite a bit to FY, but the healing ward's out from Arme. He'll be okay. Next Nova opts for the safe play. TP back to the tower.
Doesn't even TP to base either, so he's still in the area to be able to stay up here for this lane as they want to go for safe again.
FY,
No Firefly.
he's straight back in. Another tag team. He clarityed up. He had the mana for him, but the rest of that Arcane Rune was enough to get the cooldown back online once more, and it gets them the kill on Snay. Snay's down. It's LGD being quick with the plays. FY getting a lot done, causing a lot of chaos. That's Pi. He's got some hefty punches. Still has to respect the fact that Arme could turn, and Arme, level 5, closing in on the 6.
Great already. Like, you can see why they picked the Tusk in the first 2.
That's
They
getting a
saw
lot
the
done.
Grimstroke, they saw the ET. All their spells are very telegraphed to be able to dodge as a Tusk, just being able to snowball and pull people or protect yourself. Overall, FY already dodging quite a few of those there.
Yeah, pretty much wherever FY is on the map. For gaming, they can't really get kills.
Yeah. And FY is even going for a build that allows him to stay on the map. He's gone for Tranquil Boots. He picks up a Clarity off of the Courier too, so he's looking to just keep that momentum, keep that pressure on the map for his team. And yeah, it's still very close though, like you're mentioning. It's at just 1K.
Farm's still very good for you down bottom. He's getting pretty much the solo lane as well, so he's about a level ahead of Arme's Jug. So you are going to see this good Midas timing. Same for looking at the 2 mids. CCNC still with a slight edge. We'll expect to see someone start to catch up with the usage of the neutral camps.
Chalice is getting a lot. I mean, he has 44 last hits down bottom here. That is very significant in comparison. You look at the Batrider, only has 1,900 net worth. There's 2,700 net worth Omni Knight, who's almost level 7 already in the game. That is very significant. Just that little bit of extra sustain can look to turn the fights pretty handedly. And already has 2 points in the Heavenly Grace too, which, like we said, it's going to be very useful in a lot of these situations versus like the Batrider, just to remove any of these type of disables that Forward does have to protect his Storm Spirit. As maybe with an Invis wants to get aggressive.
Let's see if we can find a bit of a free kill. I mean, bottom, the Wraith King is a bit of a tough target. Tier 1 backup should come in as soon as maybe reveals himself onto your wire if he does go for this.
Forward already knows this is happening. They drew the line. They saw this coming out with the rewards.
He's got a skill point saved as well, your wire, so can opt for the Reincarnate.
Yeah.
If he feels there is turnaround potential if he does get jumped, so maybe already spending quite a bit of time on this. He's going to go for it. Zips in, you are. He'll put the skill point into the Reincarnate. The TPs are coming in. They're ready to try and go for a bit of a turnaround, and they'll turn towards Chalice. Maybe he's still got a little bit of mana left to play with, and will manage to force Shawar back, but see if they can get more out of this PSG LGD. They've managed to force out that Reincarnate usage. See if they can get the Tier 1 tower as well. FY wrapping around behind. He's on top of Pi. Vortex drag back from Maybe is there. Extra TPs are coming in. Snowball across. Pi tries to get the Stomp up, but he's already dead. They've lost the Elder Titan. Now CCNC trying to punish FY for the dive. They've got the slows here. One more right click from Snake King will do it. They'll get the trade. So they can get anything more out of this, maybe.
He wants the rune.
He really does. He wants to try and hold on for the 10-minute rune, but now the silence into the stun. They're on top of him. He hasn't got a huge amount of mana to play with. Brave Fire Blast connects. They've got the chain stun. Snake King was there with the lasso follow-up, and maybe he's dead. The greed hurting him there as he hung around. Felt that he could maybe challenge Forward for that bounty rune. It cost him his life.
MSS kind of like played him a little bit there, right? He Inkswelled, ran along him, and then maybe he's just like, okay, I can maybe play around this and just zip away, and then bam, the Phantom comes out. So
smart play from MSS.
You should have probably expected it because of how the level that the Grimstroke is already, right? You're level 5, you're expecting there's a level of Phantom Brace coming out there. So it does catch him off guard though, and Forward. They react heavily with literally their entire lineup. They bring 5 heroes bottom, but they get themselves that big kill. Ame gets a ton of space out of it though up top, finishing up the Yasha, as well as mid. X-Nova was farming the whole time as that Warlock, getting those levels. So some trades. Yes. Now there's no Wraith King ulti, there's no Batrider ulti, I think this bottom tower is LGD's for the taking.
I think, now Forward Gaming let it go.
Yeah.
They leave that bottom tier 1 to drop to the push of LGD.
It's too much of a risk to go for the plays when you don't have your ultis available, and you know that they're going to double down to go for that tower. But they're still just farming. I mean, look at this. X-Nova's still just sitting in mid. Ame is very safe up top because he's a juggernaut. They use lasso. There's no way they're going to be able to set up for a kill on him. So they're splitting themselves around the map. FY is the only one kind of showing himself into the face of Forward's jungle. But okay, all right, they're actually bringing Snake King down. He's got an Arcane Rune. No lasso available yet.
And the tower is incredibly low.
And there's a Warlock rotating down too for LGD.
This could be a risky tower to try and fight around, but Forward are going to try it. They're coming in with extra TPs as well. There's the Soulbind onto Chalice and Somnus. They'll see if they can get on top of him. Snake King has lasso in 2 seconds. The silence for the Phantom Embrace, the chaotic offering, and the Snowball across will be there. FY trying to do his best to save maybe, and they've allowed them to turn around. They're taking that both Snake King, and now MSS, CCNC. This was not the defense that Forward had to go for. It was always going to be a risk. The tier 1 tower was falling. That seems like a textbook mistake to make, Fog, trying to hold on to that tower.
Totally agree. They'd expended so much already, right? They don't have their Wraith King ulti either. They try to go for that fight. You have to expect the Warlock's gonna rotate down there to just throw the Golem, and hey, that's exactly what happened. X-Nova just comes down and does 3,000 damage with a Fatal Bond's chaotic offering.
You cannot make those moves against LGD.
No, and that's 5 heroes that they rotated down bottom on Forward to make that move. And look at how big of a swing it is there. That's a 3K net worth swing because of it, because Ame he's like, oh, good job, team. Great job up.
They don't need him. Down there. AC, indeed. This jug is going to be very, very big. We just see he's got the Midas rocking, so we'll be able to keep on par with farm, but a little bit of map control is going to be lost. That then suddenly the jungle of Forward Gaming is going to be a lot easier for PSG LGD to move into and say what they want. Drums done on Chalice, so he really is ready to just run down heroes and be a very sort of annoying target to take down. And a lot of speed, a lot of durability on this Omni Knight.
Yeah, he's going to be able to just run into the front lines and just stay next to his Jug and his Storm Spirit quite freely because of this. Just heavily tanky. I mean, he's actually so tanky. 1,400 before he even has the drum delivered. He's going to be sitting like 1,500 plus HP.
And we'll see. I mean, you're a fan of this one, aren't you? Maybe level 10, so taking the overload damage over the mana regen.
He always does.
He does. He's one of the smart ones.
I think there's situations, of course, where you ignore it for the mana regen. The damage is just it's really nice, especially when you're playing with when you have Fatal Bonds. Like any type of increased damage that you're pumping out is nice too. Most storms go for now we're seeing the 30 overload plus 400 health most times, even though the static remnant damage is so appealing because you want to get it with.
I was gonna say it's maybe. I feel like maybe he's a static remnant kind of guy. He's not a 400 health guy.
He might be. He might be the remnant damage
yeah.
this game, just because they could see hey, if we take it late, we can still just win this game no matter what. If we just take that type of talent too, the health is really useful though, because if there is to chain stunts, it's.
I mean, it is a lot.
Just,
400.
So much.
It is a lot.
Another Arcane Rune coming out for Snaking, and he's not rushing the Boots of Travel this game. He's actually going to go for the Blink Dagger early on. We've been seeing pretty much only Boots of Travels first. It seems like Forward, they want to have something to be able to force and catch the issue.
Yeah, I mean, I think you want that instant jump for the Storm.
Yeah, I can definitely understand
if they can get the Blink Lasso...
Well, I think it's because of the Soulbind. It allows him to Soulbind, and then he Blink Lassos two targets.
Get that follow-up combo.
I think if he goes for the Boots of Travel in this game, it'll just not let them be as aggressive as they can be with the Grimstroke.
Yeah, it gives PSG too much time to react. And, talking about, CCNC as well, we saw this on a few tiers more recently. The decision to get the Blink Dagger before the Death, so it certainly seems to be more favourable now in a lot of games for the pro players. I mean, do you sort of see why he would get the Blink rather than the Deso first this time around, CCNC? Do you need to be making plays, looking for kills as a TA this game?
Get into the back line. That's the thing I see. Get on top of the Warlock.
Yeah.
That's probably the big one for me, just so he can instantly follow up on top of the Lasso as well.
Yeah, so they've got there the double blinks.
Yeah.
We'll see what sort of plays Forward can make with these.
We were seeing one tournament ago, 2 tournaments ago, no blinks, right? We were seeing Dragon Lances into Desos and stuff,
it really has changed with the TA.
It's starting to change up again back toward Blink Dagger. I think people are starting.
Well, I was going to say, because back many years ago, originally, was it always sort of Blink before Deso, or sort of historically would it still be Deso?
It was
before Blink on your TA back in the day.
Kind of 50. I think it was mostly Blink. It was kind of 50-50, but it was a lot of Blink Daggers because people were just doing that thing where you just jump behind you, kill.
Yeah, because your physical burst was just so high.
Yeah.
You really can find those support pickoffs, as you say, on the back lines with just a Blink.
LGD, they have everything available again. Chaotic Offerings ready. They had all that downtime of farming, and they've got their ultis back up. So Forward did not make a move. They spot Pi, and
I'll commit a little bit to it with Somnus zipping in. Pi.
Oh, wow. Stopped his stomp, but he's actually just gone.
He's out. He's out of there.
He was like, wait, if I don't stomp, they won't see me.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, they don't have sort of the best methods of catching and cancelling TPs. I guess obviously a Vortex. You don't want to drop a Golem into the trees for a Pylai die.
Definitely not.
So, yeah, he can get away with it.
CCNC positioned with the meld,
the
double meld.
Here we have it. Is it enough damage? He's got the Manta, he's got the blade through, he's trying to run away, but it doesn't matter. CCNC.
He didn't even try to drop the healing ward. I guess he just felt like he was dead. The double meld strike. He did the 8 armor into the minus another 8.
That's the pub play. Sit AFK in a lane and go for meld. Someone's going to walk over you eventually, and they did. It was Arme.
Great play, honestly. That was really well done there by CCNC and Snake.
Oh, they will lose Pi. Finally does die. Maybe he's able to get over to their side of the map, and now he's going to look towards mid as well, potentially. MSS has shown. Maybe he's charging him down, and he goes with the zip. The Inkswell upon MSS. He gets the silence out as well as the Soulbind. Great spells here from MSS. He's going to survive. Now the Red Fire Blast is out. They have the GA. Chaotic Offering down onto the two of them as they'll instantly blow up Snaking. CCNC's trying to come into the fight. The refraction charges are being taken off, though, by FY. Another stun out onto the Tusk. FY still with half health. Good to go. The heals out from Chalice. Keeping himself on top of CCNC, but the refraction is back up.
Such high physical this early, though. He just turns and kills the Golem really early. But the tower will be claimed here by LGD.
They're getting themselves another objective. Keeping this lead, 2k advantage at the moment, 10 to 4, 17 minutes for PSG LGD. The farm still racking up 4 forwards cores, though. You are very close to having the relic. CCNC very close to having the full Desolator done on top of that blink.
Yeah, it's an incredibly close game, and now it's going to be a timing where in about 15 seconds or so, this is where Forward can absolutely look to go try to catch some stuff here. No Golem, no GA.
Yeah, they want to work with this timing. They're instantly grouping up around the tier 2. We'll see what sort of movement they do head for.
Go meet your carry up top, yeah. Go meet the Wraith King up toward that top lane, because he can provide another stun as well on lockdown to try to go for the Storm Spirit in particular. But looks like he might just walk into Chalice here as he's clearing up that thing. He gets the Heavenly Grace off though first.
He does. He's going to have that status resist. He's able to stand his ground, and he's still alive for now. They've got to back off.
There's no,
that
you
reaction,
can't go for it.
Yeah, if he gets it off, as you said, before you get the jump, the lasso, it's useless. It's gone.
No time, and look at his health too. He was at 2,300 HP when he pops it on himself with all that extra 20 HP regen on top of the 10 that he already has.
He's a tanky man.
Yeah, there's no way they kill him there if they try to commit. It will just probably turn into a disaster of rotations for them. As we do see X-Nova has gone for the Midas this game. He had some space just being able to farm that mid lane. I think he wants to be the one to get more farm because Tusk is a hero that you can actually just get farmed just because of like you're getting kills and like that, but yeah, you're not really gonna get to like this super scaling potential, even though FY does a lot of the times.
It is just super. We've seen the power. Of course, Lanham on his Warlock gets this Midas, and suddenly you look and suddenly he's got a refresher, suddenly he has an Aghanims, and then suddenly he's winning the game for you. It's that sort of that backup plan. If it does get to the point where this game's at 50 minutes in, you're going to have to deal with a very scary Warlock.
He's a core. He becomes like the strongest hero in the game pretty much.
He
once
wins
he
the
gets
game
those.
for you.
Like we saw yesterday. Like, I actually thought that perhaps they could turn and kill the golems with this dataless Lina or whatever it was, and they couldn't. They could not kill the golems. They were just running at them because they just get way too strong when you get the levels. But we're still a ways away from that.
Sure, no, but it's definitely it's scary if you're forward. You have to start being like, all right, do we really want to? Yeah, if this game goes late, we're going to be in trouble.
Yeah, it's like a back pocket thing that LGD will always have. They have these great cores that scale into the late game, but they will always have that as well, too. I think Radiance is now finished for Yawar, like you said, and the Desolator finished up for CCNC as you will approach that BKB. And Forward seems to be kind of content with just farming here themselves for the time being.
I mean, they're certainly keeping up with LGD. This is sort of a matchup which he's out of mana. But Yawar won't be able to chase. Has the Radiance done, though? Pre-20 minutes.
They got a trap on him. The trap slow is on him. Maybe.
CCNC, he's nowhere near. In fact, he's the one that's in focus. As Chalice, he's on top of CCNC. Maybe he's going down. They got the Storm. They got him. Indeed, that trap, as you say, was enough to slow him down and get him in. They do lose Pylite Die to Armane. They will lose CCNC as well, as the Golem is committed. Very much worth to take that TA down. But Forward able to find something at the same time, getting that kill on Maybe, slowing down the Storm Spirit's game.
Yeah, he just was walking up toward his shrine. His shrine was on cooldown, and there was just a trap there. The trap slow was enough for Snaking to just push up with the Firefly up onto that high ground there and get the catch while that was happening down bottom. Snaking.
Jump in, but FY. Very quick with the reaction. Still, they could have a shot at chasing him down. He has the tag team, but the silence is there, and we're Snaking on top of him. The Firefly, the sticky napalm stack's building up. Chalice does come in with the save, though. FY still alive for now, and in fact, that's enough. Chalice keeping FY fine. Soulbind will be used to try and hold Chalice back from trying to go towards Snaking. Snaking now with the backup of Yawar as they'll charge in, looking for the Omni Knight. Leroy gets the Ray Fire blast off. X-Nova's there from the side, of course, has already used the Chaotic Offering, so it isn't there for this fight. Maybe with the big zip in, straight for the backlines. He's on top of MSS. The Grimstroke's gone. The GA's popped as they want to go for more LGD. The Snaking's been trapped up by the Ice Shards. FY's got his eyes on him, but the Firefly's back up. He'll get out of there. They'll now turn towards Yawar. They're doing a good job of bringing him down pretty low, but he has Reincarnate. They've got to be careful. Maybe he does not want to continue to fight. He's low on the mana. Gets himself back up to the high ground. The CCNC, he wants to finish it. Goes for the Healing Ward first, but he's stunned up. He jumped in. He tried to commit for Maybe, but Maybe was surrounded by the full team. That was a very risky play from CCNC, and a play that had a very sort of low chance of working out. I mean, sure, the Storm's low. He hasn't got a lot of mana, but there's 4 other heroes in front of you.
That was a bit suicidal there by CCNC. I thought I was like, wait, does he have BKB or something? I was like, no way, he just blinked in. Yeah, that was quite crazy there coming in from him.
The definition of tunnel vision.
Yeah. Guess he didn't see that they'd all actually gotten away. Like Yawar and the rest of them had actually gotten out. Maybe he thought he could snipe Maybe down really quickly, but oof, costly.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess, yeah, because Yawar still had the Reincarnate. Could have maybe felt that he was going to go in, but I think, yeah, even if Yawar does turn there, you're still dying as that TA. You get shredded by the entire team of LGD. As Yawar has now got the Blink Gold, so we'll be able to sort of join CCNC in these suicidal plays.
They have follow-up, though. Now it's multiple forms of follow-up for the Grimstroke, though, right? The Soulbind, now they can get, like, multiple stuns. But, yeah, they have to watch how they go into those aggressive plays, because they're very tanky on LGD. You can't underrate, like, how much the Omni Knight can provide when he's around these heroes. He's got Solar Crest, he's got drums, and he's got his just natural skill load. And we do see him take the Remnant damage this game.
I told you, he was definitely that kind of play. Yeah. This is Maybe.
He's going for this. I mean, this is
the build. He
sees
damage. He's taking that. He's not going to pick health.
This is the game where it's like, if we make it super late game, we're gonna. This Remnant damage is gonna be insane with Fatal Bonds as well. Because you're playing versus these I wouldn't say like exactly 2 melee cores, but kind of 2 melee cores, right? Your Wraith King as well as your TA. They walk in. You're gonna get hit by Remnants, especially of course when you get the 25 auto ball talent. But now, yeah, look, LGD, they back up to farm, and they have Rock back up. They're ready. They're always going to be ready to fight. They're staying pretty healthy, too, and 4 of them are staying in the same area. Yeah. Forward trying to get themselves some farm here too, but
They just, Fords, they made a few of these mistakes that, sort of, plays that may work against, say, sort of other teams, but against LGD, those sort of plays, you're not going to get away with them.
Yeah.
And they have to step it up if they want a chance here in this series because, this is PSG LGD. This is a very scary team. And, you cannot play like it's a pub. CCNC cannot go for those sort of risky plays. He's got to keep his cool.
yeah, it's like the big risk plays are the ones that really hurt them so far. Like that bottom fight where they go for this 5-man defense, even though that tower is looking very difficult to defend when the Warlock has ulti. And then, yeah, that mid jump that they go for there. That's another tower for LGD.
Playing very composed as they take objective after objective.
Looks like they're kind of waiting for maybe's Bloodstone a little bit before they do want to straight up take a fight. But he can still fight. He's full mana anyway. And he has a DD rune now, too. Because
it very much the fact that it's just 4K and both Yuar and CCC have very good farm. It's very much they're playing it smart with the farm game in mind, right? It's like we know you can farm, boys, but can you fight LGD? That's going to be the real test because they're hitting they've got great farming patterns. CCC will be able to TP out before Snowball's anywhere near, but when it comes to the actual fighting, will they stand a chance?
It's always just the same thing. It's just. Do you have Warlock? No. You probably can't win the team fight unless the Warlock's dead or doesn't have Chaotic Offering. That hero we know what he provides, so they have to be able to get to that backline. So Vision is going to be really important. They do have that aspect, right? They have the TA traps constantly, but I've been seeing Xnova placing sentries absolutely everywhere in like the lanes all over the place just to make sure that they're not keeping tabs of him. Because if they can get the jump on the backlines, if they can try to get maybe even Chalice or Xnova, that could turn things. But their positioning so far has been very good. They haven't been covered by wards or anything like that. Now CCNC has a BKB, so his life is a little bit easier. He doesn't have to worry about those disables and just getting quickly blown up. But you can see LGD, they're poised. They're ready to fight. Bloodstone on maybe. Got this blink. They've got pretty much everything at their arsenal right now. And this incredibly farmed Juggernaut. An Eagle Song.
It's about, 1,000 gold away from having... I guess about... No, 1,800 gold away from having... No, less than that. About 1,500 gold.
He's like 900 gold away from having the Butterfly.
900 gold, yeah.
Yeah, he's very close to having B-Fly. The Wraith King's still keeping up, though, right? Yawar is still very farmed, but...
Look who's found a Bloodstone charge. Maybe.
Oof.
Able to zip in and get that kill.
It's a solo kill, too, so he gets a lot of extra bonus gold and experience. He went from 16.5 all the way almost up to level 18 from that kill.
See on mid as well. They've got the lead in onto MSS.
Uh-oh.
Forward Gaming, hemorrhaging kills.
The group up is just too much. They're not able to take the straight fight.
This Jug with his healing ward. Army's ready to go towards the high ground. They will TP back on the Storm. Maybe he's going to be there to defend the top lane. But they could push. And with the backup of Chalice's Omni Knight, Army could just stand here and hit towers.
Yeah, you can just get Heavenly Grace, Solar Crested, and he just chills up on that high ground. Disables don't matter. They even see maybe right now farming up top, but they don't have their Bat Rod and their Grimstroke. They don't have their combo. So you see LGD, they're still positioning themselves a little bit aggressive. Now when the heroes are respawning, they know they can back up. But yeah, they still have everything available. They got those 2 kills without having to commit any real cooldowns. So still always going to be ready to fight. And as we see, Xnova just constantly more and more sentries being placed down to look for those pesky traps.
It's just looking harder and harder for Ford. They have got this combo. They've got to try and find an avenue to get it off. They have the blinks. They have everything built towards, disabling 2 heroes at the start of the fight. If they don't get the Soulbind combo off, then the fight feels pretty much impossible against a 5-man of LGD.
Absolutely. And they're even now just pre-using Heavenly Grace on maybe. So if they do ever get that lasso on him, it's gonna be reduced so heavily. Look at that. He's Solar Crested and Heavenly Grace. He's just gonna jump in, try to get some information. A full Aghanims. Oh my. So now he doesn't matter where he is.
Maybe can literally go wherever he wants. And he knows there's going to be backup. They do jump in. The other last one to want the Soulbind's down, but there's the GA out. As well as the killing off and drop. CCC pops the BKB. See if they can go for this, but already the Omni Slash is killed off Yawar the once. Good bounces as well over towards CCNC. He has to back away. The BKB is worn off. Arme pots the Mantry, still continues to chase down CCNC. CCNC trying to desperately get back towards the Shrine. Will be able to do so. See if they can chase him down and go for more. Arme's coming with the Blade Fury. Has Chalice by his side. The healing ward is out. Pylite trying to kill off the healing ward. Will get it, but it costs him his life. Pylite dead. CCNC jumping over to the side, trying to get on top of Chalice. Chalice is Aegis being focused. Sticky Napalm stacking up. They get
Chalice.
Chalice. Chalice is dead, but maybe. Big zip across. CCNC's dead. Double buyback for CCNC. And the Elder Titan to get back into this one as they'll look to try and turn things around. And they have got the Warlock. CCNC still finding fit. The Rimfire Blast is out onto Arme. He has the Blade Fury, but forward, they're chasing him down. Can he get away? Maybe he has to zip out of here. Arme's been left behind. Arme dies as well. Forward Gaming. They'll take the team fight. Did have to utilize a couple of buybacks, but they get a big team fight win.
How many was that?
It was a couple. Pi and CCNC.
It was just 2, right? Yawar, I think, had 2
They're going to get
reincarnates,
Roche out
and
of
they're
it.
going to get Roche out of it.
They're going to get Roche out of it, unless maybe, but eyes on maybe here. He is definitely the man who would go for a zip steal.
They also almost got the gem. That's why you saw maybe zip backwards. He went to pick up the gem that Xnova had dropped, but yeah, huge buybacks coming out for forward there. That was a great way. They get the kite, the way that they disengaged, and Pi actually getting the, he got the stomp. He got the stomp on both the Storm Spirit as well as, I believe it was the Warlock or the Tusk. I couldn't actually see which one it was on the right side there. But yeah, he got the stomp off, and then it was just Ame. Ame got completely segregated going for that dive onto the shrine there. So the buybacks were able to come through. They still have a 5k gold lead, but I mean, forward getting that Aegis is swinging momentum.
I mean, under no circumstance could forward allow maybe to get an Aegis. So them getting it it's absolutely huge against this lineup.
Yeah. Guardian Angel is actually absurd now with Aghanims. Back to how it used to be where it gives HP regen. It heals so much. It's healing 360 in the fight too. So not only do it take no physical damage from the Wraith King TA cores, but the limited magical damage that's kind of coming out from forward gets negated because of that extra regen that comes out too. And it doesn't matter where he is, right? It hits everything. Pushes the lanes too. That's the greatest thing about the Aghs Omni too. You just click and it's also pushing lanes out while you're also taking a team fight.
LGD unlikely to maybe sort of force fights like that again. It was a very aggressive play, going up towards the shrine, and did result in, as you mentioned, Arme being separated, getting a little too stuck in an area where there's always going to be the potential for those buyback TP to shrine plays to come in from forward.
Yeah, I think the one where Chalice also got chased, I believe MSS hit a 5-man stroke of fate. So it was like all 5 of them got hit by a pretty large nuke and that slow that comes through from it. Because they were all lined up like perfectly for it. So yeah, just those little clustered areas can be a little bit difficult, of course, after you pop your chaotic offering, if the other team does have their spells available. As LGD, they're still ready to fight though. They've got offering again available, so constantly looking to go for those fights anyway, even if they're into an Aegis.
Oh mate, we'll show in the top lane. Forward Gaming, yeah, we'll see how keen they are themselves to make a play with that 3 minutes of Aegis time that they have.
Mm-hmm. Of course, that MKB being picked up for CCNC next, going, for the butterfly that is out on the Juggernaut. We see Yawar has queued up a Nullifier. I'm trying to think why he'd want the Nullifier in particular here.
Oh, for the Dispel? Well,
but I'm trying to think what he's trying to dispel here.
The Omni buffs?
You can't?
None of them, even the Grace.
I mean, you can dispel Guardian Angel. I guess that's the one. Yeah, okay, Guardian Angel's the one. That's probably the best one. Yeah. But like Grace and everything just makes it so hard because that even like reduces the duration of everything of the Nullifier and everything too. So
of course.
Still a good item, right? It's a high amount of damage too, so your critical strikes do come out harder. And it's always, Nullifier is always going to be a good item too, just to counteract some items that come out from these heroes, like the Ghost Scepter from the Tusk and even like the Manta style from the Jug in particular. So.
Yeah, for sure. If they get the Nullified down with the Phantom Embrace, the Jug could be. Yeah, like he could be caught out.
Could be, right? Like there's possibilities.
It's still hard, of course. Yeah, with the saves that. Yeah, not only Chalice, but of course FY with these snowballs.
Yeah,
he's always going to be there if he sees a teammate in difficulty.
I was wondering which one it was going to be. If it was going to, I guess like the other one I was thinking was the Abyssal, just because they have the Grimstroke, right? Because then now they have double Nullifier, so that's the difference. It's double Nullifier. It could be the double actual case where if it does come out, they haven't really been able to get too many of the combos out this time around, but.
Oh, there it goes. MKB done for CCNC.
Got a minute and a half left on the Aegis.
Not too long. Too long to try and make a play with it.
They're smoking bottom, and CCNC is top. Okay, he's going to port away before they even find anybody here. Snaking.
Ooh, they found a big one. Getting the Warlock out of the fight, that's the dream. Yawar gets the instant blink stun. And that is Xnova gone. 50 seconds where LGD will not be keen to fight. He is a crucial part of the team fight.
Yeah. Now on LGD, I think you just don't fight into the Aegis for a moment. Wait until your Warlock comes back up, and then probably look to take the fight anyway after that Aegis does despawn, because it's pretty much going to be the same time as your Warlock comes up. But yeah, nice pick by forward there. Keeping it close. experience only 4,000. Same thing with that gold.
I mean, and that sort of situation will happen a lot if Xnova's not super careful. The amount of blink, instant physical burst damage, whether it be the TA or the Wraith King, he's going to be dead in a couple of hits.
Yeah.
And there's very little chance for anyone to react on PSG LGD and save him.
You can see them starting to get more aggressive here as Warlock is starting to respawn forward, giving the respect, backing up.
And we have Snake King, of course, going for the Aghanims, making sure that between that and the Soul Binds, they have all the lassos in the fight.
Yeah, you can grab majority of the team if you do actually get lucky.
And that is the Aegis gone. So with Xnova back up, you can certainly tell that LGD want to do something now.
Yeah, they do have a smoke available too on Xnova, so he could look to maybe go for some D-wards. They still do have their gem, I believe, on maybe, so...
Got the TD rune down bottom as well.
Oh yeah, and he gives the bottle up over to Ame.
Yeah, he's still got a slot to hold it. Doesn't need that one right now.
Xnova is getting close to level 18. Looks like he even went to go farm a camp before he wants to go and take a fight here. And yeah, he's even pinging the top lane too. He's like, I want to farm my level 18 as this Warlock. Get that much stronger chaotic offering that does come out.
I mean, he's got to be a little careful though, especially with your wire around.
Yeah, he got
with that nullifier.
I think they're gonna group up and just smoke. It's not really like it changes that much if he does have it. They're incredibly strong anyway. He did want it though. He pinged it a couple times, and he might have.
It would have been the perfect situation, but as you say, it's not. He's still going to be very potent. The scans there. They know forwards on the high ground.
Gonna go for the wrap with the bounty rune spawning in 10 seconds.
See if they can get CCNC before he's able to pot the BKB. That's the question. In they go with the War's Touch Prize there. They zip through. They manage to get on top of him. He doesn't get any chance to pot the BKB.
They've got to just run.
They're going for more here. Maybe using the majority of his mana to get on top of Pylite Eye. Eldertine, he's gone. They have to get out the rest of them. They cannot afford to lose anything else, and they won't. Forward will get the rest of them out of there. They do have that top wave pushed all the way in fact, towards the tier 3 tower, so LGD will have to react to that. But a bit of a scary time now. CCNC, after the MKB purchase, did not have money for the buyback.
And he bought back in the last fight too, so it's that.
Or is it still on cooldown, actually?
It's just the extra duration. He has that super long duration still.
Yeah, you're right now.
Buyback is still on cooldown though for 40 seconds as well.
Oh, it is still, okay.
Yeah, he still has...
Does he have the money? Oh, he does have the money.
He does.
For if he does need in 40 seconds, okay.
But that's painful. Like, if they have that vision, you see exactly how FY plays it, right? Just blink, you have the auto cast on your punch, so it does it like immediately as soon as you get on top of him if you have that auto attack after
more
spells.
More than time in the air
and then you get the
to allow
snowball.
maybe to get him with a vortex before he lands and compress BKB.
Yep. And you saw just like I mean, forward, there's no way you can fight without your TA, so the immediate disengage. If forward gets, I feel like if forward ever gets initiated on, it's like, it's just chaos.
Shiva's Guard done on maybe as well now, so he doesn't have to worry too much about dying that quickly if he does get disabled.
He's got so much protection. 25 armor, he can get solo crested up to even push him up to that 37 armor too. And here they go, they're just gonna push it up. Solo crest on Jug, extra attack speed. Grace him up as well.
Zip forward. Shiva's Guard not quite able to catch Hawar. There's 20 seconds before CCNC is back in the game. We'll see how much they can push out of this. Hawar stuns out. Heavenly Grace is there. They're going to look to lead in straight away. In fact, onto the Wraith King. Omni Slash as well. Hawar, he's dying. He's gone. Kill him off the once. See if they can do it a second time. Jump in. They do get the last one, but there's the chaotic offering. Drop down by Xnova onto the two of them. GA's out as well. Keeps maybe safe. He's able to zip out of there. And Hawar, he's going to die again. 90 seconds without the Wraith King. He himself, he is short on the money. 200 gold. Short of buyback. As they have no Wraith King for 80 seconds. The mid-brack's exposed. PSG LGD will be able to clean these up. See if they want to go for anything else. They do. The pings are out onto the bottom lane. They're going to keep moving. And this is a painful minute for Forward Gaming to be without their Wraith King. 30 gold short. It is ticking down, so soon he will have gold.
They got a tower.
He's got it. Okay, the tower made all the difference. Now he can buy back in. They'll look towards Maybe. Maybe's got him with the zip. He's been silenced. Jump in. They're on top of him. Maybe's still alive, though. Another zip. He's got enough mana to get out of there. FY's ready to go back in. Goes in with a snowball on towards Snake King. CCNC trying to chase down Maybe, but the Shadow Word Healed's there. Xnova, the upheaval, slowing them down, keeping them away from the storm. Maybe's able to TP out of there. They will lose FY. See if everyone else can get out, and it looks like they can, so only FY lost for that. Everybody else in PSG LGD escapes. They get that full set of racks mid, they get the tier 3 down bottom, and they are able to force out a Wraith King buyback.
That was so close to them getting maybe just a little bit of extra heals that comes through just because on farm there he pops the Bloodstone as well from earlier too, and he's actually able to get away from all that. That would have been a pretty significant kill if they can actually get maybe their chunk to remove at least a couple of these charges. But weren't able to find it as they're trying to get on the aggression here too. They know that the golem is down. They know Tusk is dead.
Trying for the cheeky mail play.
Gotta be careful. Who's got the gem on the side of LGD now? Or was it actually picked up?
Jumping towards Arme, but very hard to do. They're going to go with the lasso on Chalice. The Soulbind is there onto the two of them. They have to be able to kill Chalice. The Nullifier's down as well. Onto the Jug. And with Chalice gone, there's no save for Arme. Arme's dead as well. The jump successful forward. Getting two big core pickoffs. And look who's back in the game. Roshan ready for the taking. They'll move into the pit. They'll get this Roche. They'll get this Aegis and Cheese. And there's nothing that LGD can do unless we see maybe go for a big zip play. But maybe as it is at the moment, it's just pushing out that bottom lane. But Forward Gaming, what a pickoff to get in that middle lane. Arme and Chalice, they were not ready for that.
No, Arme was definitely not ready for like the Nullifier and the stun coming out. It just comes out and catches him before he can do anything. His Lincoln's got broken as well, so didn't end up blocking anything. And yeah, they get themselves that Roche. That's huge. Forward able to still find things here, and a full Hex now finished up.
Yes, indeed. This is the scary one. So much follow-up for the Soulbinds already before that item was picked up. But, you know, it's sort of this point, the Lincolns, it doesn't really matter. There's so much point target lockdown that something's going to catch you out. That's the point where, you know, a BKB could arguably be more useful, as they have many ways to get the catch off.
Lincolns are just so good, even versus all of this, because just versus Batrider, it's just that instant thing that we talk about, right? It's just you hiccup it a second if they have to break it, and then they get the lasso. It buys the time for you to get your spells off.
Is it enough? I mean, I guess you're just relying on Chalice to keep perfect position. FY. It's going to lead in onto Pylai on the side as well. Storm maybe trying for MSS, but MSS...
Gets a regen.
He's fine, he's out of there. The counting offering is going to be dropped down, but it's only onto Pylai. So if they could just get out of here, they'll be fine with that.
Maybe picked up a regen. It just spawned when he was zipping out. So he's going to be getting full mana. They're going to continue this chase.
Does bait out the BKB on Snake King. Forward still on the retreat. MSS does get trapped up by the shards. Dust there as well. They spot out the second support. They'll get the two supports. Let's see if they can get the cores. Chalice leading in. Big zip once more from maybe. CCNC easy blink.
That is one of the most ridiculous rune spawns I've seen. He was literally like mid-zip as it spawned and he grabbed it, and it's just a regen, so he's able to make these incredible jump forwards, and him having the gem is really important for his team.
He came out of the melt. He's trying to make the fire happen. He's been Vortex back though. They've got the damage. He's been disarmed. He's dead. They've lost the Aegis. There's now Yawar. Zip past by maybe. Tries to go for the silence onto Pylai. CCNC gets the BKB off. He's getting bashed up. Will manage to get the blink out with the refraction. He's out of there. He's back to safety around the rest of his teammates. Pylai's bought back for this one. Can they hold on to the Rex? I don't think they can. PSG LGD's got the push. They'll take a second set of Rex away from Forward.
They're just continuing their way toward top too. They're still feeling pretty strong here. They've got their GA, and okay, they're now giving a little bit more respect. The catapults are coming in. There's also, they don't know this, but there's an arcane rune top. That could be pretty huge, or maybe.
Well, does get the stun out to X-Nova.
Snake King's trying to hunt.
See if they can go for anything
here.
Yeah, maybe straight back in. CCNC is in trouble. He's instant disabled. He's dead. Buyback immediately. Pylai the new focus. Maybe who does he want to go for now? The Soulbind! The lasso! They've got the two of them. Have they got the damage? CCNC has burst down maybe with the physical right clicks. Chalice in trouble as well. He gets the GA down though. The stomp onto the two of them. The sleep is perfect. The Phantom Embrace is there onto Chalice, but CCNC's got to be careful.
Here comes Maybe.
The focus. Maybe's back in. The buyback from the Storm. Maybe turning things back around. He's done with this game. He's shutting it down. GG is called as PSG LGD will take game one. It looked like they were about to kick back a bit there, Forward Gaming, but with that buyback, maybe just finish the game. He knew that Forward Gaming had used all of their buybacks. He just needed to kill them the once more. BKBs were down, and he shuts it down just like that.